Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to look at if you can actually start Amazon FBA and private labeling with under £1,000. Okay, so I'm going to jump onto the computer in a moment. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed, turn on those notifications, and of course, leave any comments and questions down below. But don't forget to smash the like button. Love it when you smash that like button. But let's get straight into it. So I get asked this question all the time, and it's, can I start FBA or Amazon FBA with £1,000 or less? And my real answer to this, before I'm going to actually show you how you can get started for £1,000. My real answer is that, save up, first of all, as much as you can, but just think about what you can do, where you can get money from. Can you get investment? Is there things you can sell around the house to give you as much runway as possible, to give you as much money as possible so you can get started, and try not to limit yourself to the tiniest amount possible. However, I do personally believe that if you are going to start, it's worth actually starting sooner rather than waiting ages and ages and ages until you can build up, £5,000, for example. I don't think that's necessary. I think you can get started for, a fairly low amount of money. But for those people that don't have more than 1,000 or 1,500 and they really want to get started, then I'm going to show you the types of products that you need to be looking for. Okay. So we've loaded up Jungle Scout. So this is the Jungle Scout web app, and this is how we're going to start finding products. Now, the first thing I've done is on the left-hand side is I'm actually looking at the UK market. Now, you can change this to any of the marketplaces. The theory is going to be exactly the same. Okay. Now, I've taken out some of the gated categories and I've taken out some of the other categories. And the reason being is that gated categories you need to get ungated, and that's going to cost a little bit of money. So if you don't have a lot of money, we're actually just not going to look at them. Even if it's £50 or £100, we need to be making we need to make our money go as far as possible. So I'm actually not going to look at those for the purposes of this video, but of course you can look. Now on the middle of the screen, I guess the middle of the screen, we've got the price. Now the price, we're going to have to be looking at cheap products. Now the reason being is that if you are selling a product that sells for about £20, it's likely that you're going to be spending £5 to £8 per unit to actually get that sent into the UK, into the Amazon warehouse, and you're not going to be able to afford to order 300 units at that price and do everything for under £1,000. It's impossible to do that. So we're going to be looking at the lower price range. I've chosen between £8.90 and £15. The reason it's £8.90 is I want to find things that are £8.99. You could change this to £8.50, so you can get things that are £8.79, £8.54, all that sort of stuff. The reason we're doing this is we're trying to find products that other people aren't finding, that are only looking at £10 to £15. They won't even be looking at these products, even though there's only pennies difference. So I'm going to go just a little bit below £9 and then up to £15. Now the likelihood is we're going to be able to get these products from anywhere from like 50p to £2 landed in the UK, so it's all cost paid. That's the sort of product that you're going to need to be searching for, okay? Estimated sales, I've gone for like 306. Again, just a kind of random number to see if we can get a little bit more, a little bit less. And reviews, I've gone for fairly low reviews, 56 reviews. Now the reason we're going for a lot less reviews is because we want to try and find things that are, that do have very, very low competition, so it doesn't cost us as much on PPC and stuff like that. But you can play around with these. Of course, the weight, I haven't actually added the weight, but we can put maybe £1 to something that's super, super, super light. All of these you can play around with. So don't just think that these are the only kind of metrics you can look at. You can look at revenue, you can put the sales up to 1,000. You can really do whatever you want with these. The only things that are a must is that it needs to be a standard size, and the weight has to be pretty low, and the price has to be pretty low as well. Okay, for this to actually make sense. So I'm going to press search. Ooh. Press search, and basically we're going to have a look down now. How many pages? We've got 1,500 results. So obviously we're not going to be able to go and find loads of these right now. We're not going to go through all of these today. But this is what you need to do, like detailed brushes. So something to do with paint brushes. We've got some reusable straws, batteries we can't do really. Assorted car truck mini blade fuses, microfiber cloths. Car key signal blocker. So loads of these tiny, tiny little products, locks, that people buy. They're just things that people need to get. But a lot of private labelers won't be looking at these because of the price point is quite low. So of course you can go through this. You can use the exact searches that I use, and you'll be able to find all of these products just as they are, like mop heads and stuff like that, cat chasers. However, I've just brought up a few that I've just very quickly, I spent no more than about 5 minutes scrolling through these just to come up with some ideas that I could show you, okay? Now, the first one is, we actually did see this, it's a microfiber cloth. Very cheap. It's something that people buy. I've got like loads of these, like so many of these in my house. A lot of technology, I always have these microfiber cloths. So all we're going to do is go up to the top right hand corner of my screen where it says Jungle Scout, or JS. This is the Chrome extension for Jungle Scout. And we're just going to start to analyze the search results. So we're going to look at the price point. So the price point is all kind of within where we want it to be. Some are pretty cheap, some are a little bit more. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at these. We're then going to look at the sales. Okay, now the sales at the top, we're looking really strong sales. Don't really know what's going on here. We have a little dip off. Now this looks like a new seller, these guys here, because they've only got 18 reviews. And as you can see, there's, you know, the top half of the page, we've got good sales. The bottom half, it really dips off very quickly. So that is something, to me, that's a kind of a red flag. Maybe we've got the wrong keyword, which we probably do. So let's actually change up the keyword and go back to this. So microfiber, I would say, rather than cleaning cloth, dust, I'd say cleaning cloth. Oh, let's keep the caps locks on. Let's refresh Jungle Scout. All right, okay, cool. So a little bit different. Some of these aren't registering in their parent category, but we've got loads and loads of reviews. So what that says to me is that this is oversaturated. See all the BSR. Some of these guys are super low BSR, and there's a lot of competition. So for me as a seller, I'd go, okay, this product a little bit too competitive, and actually the sales don't even look that great. So we're going to just move on, okay? But that, in terms of that sort of product, very light. You can't have the tag branded. Very simple product. Things like this, piping bags. Now, I've seen these all over the place. I'm not suggesting you go and do these, because I wouldn't actually share a proper, really good product with you on YouTube, because it might put a lot of competition in there. But have a look, very cheap. So as you can see, most of them, or all of them, under £10, I believe. So you'll be getting this product for 20p, for 50p landed in the UK. Very cheap product, and you'll be able to afford a lot of them as well. As you can see, the sales. Very strong sales for, I guess, for the UK market. So we've got 800 at the top, got some 700, 300, 200. So if you're on the first page, I would say you're at least doing 200, 250 sales a month, which is pretty good. Now, of course, when you relate that to the revenue, because it's a very cheap product, you're not making a huge amount of money. But remember, guys, if you have a small amount of money to invest, you can't invest £1,000 and get 10,000 back. It doesn't work like that. It is a lot more reasonable to invest £1,000 and get £2,000 back. That is something that I would consider reasonable. On the review side of things, I wouldn't be concerned about these reviews. We've got four over 100 reviews. The rest of them are pretty low down. 40 reviews, 30 reviews, 20 reviews. I could pretty much get 20 reviews just from people I know. So I know I could come into this market and get some good reviews. Now, the only other concern with cheap products is PPC. So you'd want to be able to do things like giveaways, which won't cost much money. You can do PPC, of course. These two guys up here are using Amazon advertising. What I would be doing with this sort of product, if you want to go ahead and look at this, I would be looking at how I can differentiate myself from the competition. So, for example, like Lakeland, this is a big company. Now, they haven't put, they don't know what they're doing. They don't have good pictures. They haven't got a good listing. However, they are a well-known name. So this is what you've got to kind of be dealing with. Queen of Cakes. That name, I don't even know how to say that. But let's look at their listing. Okay, 17 reviews. The picture, yep, that's it's fine. It's not on a white background, so that's pretty weird. You can see here we've got some ideas about what size it is. We know it's a 100-pack. Yes, we know how to seal it and not to seal it. So they got some pictures. The pictures could be way better. They could be significantly better. But they've got some nice lifestyle ones. I like the lifestyle ones. That one particularly is a lot better. That one's not as good. So you can work quite a lot on this. So this is the sort of things we're looking for if you have very low amount of money, okay? Little tiny things, as that microfiber cleaning cloth. These are the paintbrushes we saw earlier. So you're going to have to do a bit of research. Now, you're not going to find things within 2 minutes of looking, okay? But you will be able to find a lot of products. Remember when we got up to the top? Let me just scroll up a bit. 1,578 results. So that's going to take a long time to go through. So what I would do personally to make that easier is I would change these. I would change that £8.90 to £10, okay? and they'll re-hit search and see how many results come up. 590, so that's a little bit more easy to look through. We're going to go from 300 sales to 400 sales, okay? So we're going to narrow it down even further. We're going to come up with 247 results. Really, really nice. So we're going to, again, look through these, use the same criteria and the search criteria that we've been using in all of these videos. So make sure that the sales are high, the reviews are low, the product is brandable. You can differentiate yourself as a seller. You don't just sell the same thing that everyone else is selling. And we make sure that we can get it very cheaply off Alibaba or a similar website like DHgate or anything like that. So as you can see, some of these products, you know, in US dollars, they're like a penny a piece. Okay, these guys here, you know, about 90 cents for 100 pieces. So you can get this stuff very, very, very cheap. For example, what I like to do, now I don't tend to actually look at the prices here because it says up to $3. You know, that's not going to happen, but you need to get some actual quotes. If I see that a lot of them are around $1, I think, okay, if they're all $1, I know my landed cost in the UK will be about £1, okay? It's a nice rule of thumb that you can use so you don't have to go and do all the workings out. But of course, when you actually try and find your product and work out the profitability, you will need to work that out properly. Now, I have got something for you guys. So this is a very, very quick example of how much a product like this would cost, okay? So I'm going to go through some just general costs that you're going to need to spend, the actual unit costs and any giveaways and stuff like that. So as you can see here, guys, Jungle Scout is around £100 for 1 month, including the web app. The company, if you want to create a company, it's going to be £12 in the UK, very, very cheap. A barcode will cost you about £3. Your keyword research, probably about £40. Pictures, I would budget, to be honest, I would budget as much as possible for your pictures, but let's put in £100. Your sample, about £50, so you might want to order a couple of samples. For this sort of product, the samples will be very, very cheap, but you might want to order a few of those to test them out. So total for your kind of just miscellaneous costs is about £300. So it may seem like a lot, but most of this stuff you only need, you know, once. So for example, the barcode you need once, pictures you really need once, keywords you need once. Jungle Scout, you know, you might want to continue paying for it, but that's the bulk amount that you'll need. Company, you'll only need once. So these are your startup costs, which for a business, by the way, guys, is very, very low. Remaining, we've got £695 out of our initial £1,000. Your landed unit price, I have highballed this, okay? I've highballed this at £2 per unit. For a product like this, it will not be £2, it'll be significantly cheaper than that. So we're going to say, hey, 300 units. We can afford to get 300 units at £2 each. Now, if we're not spending £2 per unit and we're spending £1 per unit, of course we can order 600, but we may not want to. We may want to spend more on our pictures. We may want to spend more on custom boxing and packaging, or may want to bundle it with another item. So this figure here really can change quite a lot. And that's where you're going to have to spend time working out, you know, what's going to be the most profitable thing for you to do for the amount of money you have, and compared to the actual product you're looking to sell. Remaining, now we've got £95. You might want to do some giveaways. For this sort of product, £50 would basically give you the ability to do loads of giveaways because the product will be really, really super, super cheap in terms of fulfillment costs and Amazon fees. So you won't have to pay a lot to Amazon to actually do the giveaway, so you can give people discounts. So £50 for this sort of product will be, you know, it's quite a lot, I would say. Remaining, we have £45. So we have spent £955 on this product at this moment in time. We've got a little bit of money left over, but what you're going to want to do for this sort of product is you want to regain your costs, you want to regain your money back from your 14-day payouts from Amazon, and you want to reinvest it in more stock. Or at the point where you know it's profitable, you might want to then take out a credit card, or you might want to then try and sell some more things around the house, or do whatever it is you need to do to try and get your reorder, as long as you know that the product is profitable and you're going to make your money back, which most of the time you will do on Amazon because there's such high profit margins available. Now, really what we're looking to do with this sort of product is we're looking to double our money. Now, anytime on Amazon when you look at private labeling, doubling your money is a really good way of looking at it. So if you put in £5, make £5 back. If you put in £2, make £4 back. You put in £10, get, you know, £20 back. That is a really great rule of thumb. And for this sort of product, it means that you can spend £2 on your product. There's going to be some Amazon fees and FBA fee, which will come out of the sale price. And then you'll have a little bit of money left over for your marketing, so your PPC. And then on top of that, you'll have your product. Your profit. As long as that profit equals £2, then you're in a good space. You're in a good space, guys. And it starts small, and you can build it again and again and again. I wouldn't take any money out of the company. I would keep reinvesting those profits until you can then afford to launch a second product, a third product, fourth product, fifth product. You might want to go into different product ranges in like 15 to 20 pounds or 25 to 30 pounds. Or you might want to stay cheap and continue doing that so you can scale through cheaper products. Now, this is all down to you and how you run your business, but that's how I would personally start. If I had £1,000 and that was all I had to start as an FBA, I would be looking for products like this. Very, very cheap, very lightweight, very easy to order, very easy to get delivered into the UK. No kind of issues with you know, if they're like they go on your body, or there's no restrictions, there's no any reason that would prevent you from selling them. Okay, we want it to be super, super, super easy, super cheap. So that's how we would do it, guys. If you've got any questions about that, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. If you've got any additions you'd like to add to the video, then yeah, of course you can add them down in the comments as well. But hopefully that makes sense, guys. I hope you have liked that. We've got some Chinese lanterns here, Chinese New Year coming up. You probably could have sold a few of those. You might still sell some, but you wouldn't be able to get them in the country in time because guess what? Everyone's on their holidays, Chinese New Year. What is that? A cat hamburger. Sweet. Sweet. We've got some ballet shoes. So have a look through this, guys. There we go. That is it, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. And of course, make sure you smash that like button. Leave any questions down below. Be subscribed. Turn on those notifications. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.